welcome to month 2. Attempt 2, month 2 of Viewer Beware. You do be in for a scare. We're reading Goosebumps books again, and this month we read these two. Hadley, what are they?
Monster Blood and Say Cheese and Die.
Oh boy, one of those is a great title, and the other one has one that's only a little bit better.
I don't like either of them.
Monster Blood's fine. If I'm a kid and I'm looking through the shelves, like
Yeah.
Monster Blood, that sounds interesting. Say Cheese and Die, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, the skeletons on the photo is pretty
That's
cool.
the only thing that does it.
Yeah.
Unsung Heroes, the covers, of which we have the shitty new ones.
Some really good covers. So I really like the one for the original Monster Blood, which is just like the stairs, there's a broken pair of glasses, and the Monster Blood's oozing down. That's really nice.
We should review the covers as well. We should have a whole section of videos dedicated to gushing over the covers. What's the cover for the? They recreated in the TV show, don't they? It's just all of them eating at the barbecue and they're all skeletons.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. So this is our second attempt at this. Didn't go so well last time. Probably not going to go that well this time either. It is raining.
Bingo.
Today marks bingo.
Yeah.
I'm not
Best
happy
shoot at the
about it.
forge, and it's rained every time. That's alright. I think it's just been a bad season because it has been raining pretty much every day for the past couple of weeks. So there's not a lot we can do.
Hopefully it stops next month. Hopefully the rain can calm down for my birthday, just to let me have something.
Don't want to ruin your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My beautiful makeup, I don't want to ruin it. Shall we get right into talking about Monster Blood?
Yeah, go ahead.
I liked 90% of it. It was so close to being my gold standard for a Goosebumps book, and then it just had to pull out a witch right at the very end and fuck with me. Do you have any general things to say quickly?
You should give a plot summary.
You can give the plot summary next.
Okay, fine. I wasn't as enthused about it. I think it's a nice build-up. It's got good pace. I didn't find the main character particularly likable. And I think we'll get to it, but the cliffhanger endings in this one are pretty egregious. They're pretty bad.
What happened in Monster Blood? Main character, Evan. His parents are kicking him out. Not really, they're moving. And while they're handling the move, they're sending Evan away to live with his Aunt Catherine. Aunt Catherine is a quirky, crazy little girl. She's deaf.
Big girl.
Big girl. Big, crazy girl. She's deaf. She's really loud. She's that kind of like overbearing aunt that kids hate, but she's deaf. So as much as Evan would, he doesn't really want to connect with her, but even if he did, he can't because she's deaf. She's got a cat called Sarah Beth, and Evan has a dog called Trigger. And because Trigger chased Sarah Beth around the house once, that's it. Trigger has to live in the backyard, chained up to a tree. So Evan's not very happy with all of this at all. He meets local neighborhood girl, Andy. Andy is the best character Goosebumps has had. She is just fun. They're both snarky little kids running around their neighborhood having fun. It's a blast. They, at one point, go to this toy store, and they find on the shelf a can of Monster Blood. And the owner snatches it off them and says, no, you can't have that. It's gone off. It's bad. You can't have it. And the kids are like, well, it's in the store, so you have to sell it. And the guy goes, no, fine, there, take it, it's free, get out of my store, but I warned you.
It's like a slime in a can.
It's like a slime in a can,
basically.
yeah. It's like Monster Blood. And they start playing with it, they open it up, it's really bouncy. They can stretch it, it's interesting, thank you.
Just gotta open it up a bit.
Nah. And then they put it away after they're done playing with it. Next day, the Monster Blood be growing. There's more of it than there was the day before. And this eventually builds to the point where there's so much Monster Blood that Evan can't control it all himself. He doesn't have room for it. So they split it in half, and Evan takes half of it, and Andy takes half of it. And then the next day, both collections of Monster Blood have grown again. So there's way too much Monster Blood. A little bit of this Monster Blood gets inside Trigger. And Trigger starts to grow. There's a part where Trigger's choking on his chain because he's grown so much and they've got to quickly get it off him. So everybody, Andy and Evan, they're just like, we've had enough of this Monster Blood, we've got to get rid of it. And they try to send it back to the toy store. They get there, toy store's closed down. old man packed up and left the day before. So they decide to take it back home. On top of all the stuff that's happening, there's two neighborhood kids who are just your typical bullies. What are they? The Bamer twins?
The
Bamer twins, yeah. And they're just your typical ha 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 stupid main characters. We bully you. Not much to say about them. So we get back to the house. They can't get rid of the monster blood. They're carrying around the monster blood in giant trash bags because there's so fucking much of it. And at this point, the monster blood, it just comes to life. The monster blood just comes to life.
But I feel like there's been hints of that where, like, whenever they touch it, it feels like it's pulling
it feels like they're pulling him in. It gets stronger. There's a part where he falls into the bathtub and he really struggles to get out of it because the monster blood is just sucking him in. So there's hints of it, but at this point, it just kind of comes to life. Yeah, it looks like that. So they're running around the house, and Catherine comes home and she sees the monster blood, and she goes, "Evan, I'm so sorry. I'm the one who did this to you." And Evan goes, "I fucking knew it! You're a witch!" And then Catherine's like, no, please, it wasn't my fault. She made me do it. And she points at Andy, and the chapter ends. And the start of the next chapter starts with, but she didn't point at Andy. She pointed past Andy, at Sarah Beth, the cat. The cat. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? And then does the cat start hissing or laughing or something? And then like the cat gets long and there's a shadow and it turns into this really sexy, fiery redhead witch. And she's like, I am the one, I'm a witch, I made the monster blood come to life. I told Catherine to cast a spell on the monster blood to bring it to life so that it would kill you, Evan, because Catherine is mine and you can't come here and take her away from me. I also made her deaf, by the way.
To keep her here. She can't ever leave.
To keep her isolated so that she's mine. I'm a cat, by the way. Yeah. And then Trigger comes back and he's a really big dog and he like accidentally makes Sarah Beth fall backwards into the monster blood. Then Sarah Beth and the monster blood disappear. And Catherine's not deaf anymore. And Mum comes out over to pick up Evan and take him to the new house. And he goes, "Mum, have I got a story for you?" And that's the end. So 90% of it, the progression of the monster blood from the start to the end is done really fucking well. The chemistry between Evan and Andy is great. Having two snarky kids for your leads in a Goosebumps book is much better than having the by the books older sister and the dumb little brother. I really enjoyed having both of them. Evan gets really frustrating on his own when he's talking to Catherine and complaining about why he has to be here and move away from home. But everything else that happens with him is great. And then the ending happens, and it just kind of, I don't even know if you could say it shits the bed, it just kind of shits in a completely separate bed.
It shits in the cat fucking litter box.
It empties the litter onto your bed and says, "Look at what happened."
Who did this to your bed?
Yeah. I've spoken for 5 minutes, your turn.
Alright, I think you pretty much covered it. I think what particularly stood out to me was about halfway into the book, Andy's chasing Trigger down the street, and he transforms into a giant monster with fangs. It's terrifying. Then he wakes up. He's like, "Oh, it's just a dream."
Forgot about that.
Then he starts growing, and he's covering the entire bed, and he's getting too small. The room's too small, and then he wakes up again. And it was all a dream. Inception, baby! That's the worst cliffhanger chapter we've had so far.
Yeah, a cliffhanger chapter that leads into another cliffhanger chapter, which is basically the exact same chapter twice.
They do that in later when he's in the bathtub. He falls in. That's the end of one chapter. Then he's struggling in the bathtub. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to drown." That's the end of that chapter. Then he gets out of it. The third chapter.
So I feel like...
Yeah.
Again, these books are meant for kids. But it definitely feels like R.L. Stine had a quota. He was like, every day I've got to write at least one chapter. If he's feeling lucky, he'll write 2. But it depends on what his schedule for that day is. And that's when you get chapters like, I woke up from a dream, I'll deal with it tomorrow when I write my next chapter. Fuck, the kids are coming over for lunch, I've only got a couple minutes. It was another dream. I'll deal with that tomorrow. And that just feels like how he's kind of operating for a bit. Thank you, Mr. Stein. We love
the
it.
books, we swear.
Yeah, we complain about it, but we like it. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
There's a lot of fun to be had with just what is spooky for a kid, written really over the top.
It's cheesy.
Yeah, it's the fun cheese, right? I think that's why people still care about Goosebumps now. I think in chapter 17 it was, the Baymer twins fully just fucking like laid the smackdown on Evan. And I was very happy reading that chapter.
He had a black eye, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got fucked up. They took him to WrestleMania and they beat the shit out of him.
And the grandma of the great aunt was just like, oh, what happened to you?
Yeah, she just kind of laughs at him a bit. She's like, nah, you got fucking sucked. Yeah. And then my last note, with the toy store,
it closes down.
what a complete and utter red herring.
Yeah,
like it doesn't even come back to the important, like any details of it at all. It was just this grumpy old man was so grumpy he was like, I don't want to sell you this monster blood. Why? Because it's past its due date.
Yeah, that's it.
Like that's due date, expiration date. But
okay with that.
he's fully like that scary kind of like, don't walk down the rickety bridge kind of.
Oh, you don't want to go down that road.
He's like that. It's like, I just really didn't want to sell these kids this toy.
That's alright. I'll go through my notes.
Yeah.
One of the first ones I had was 12-year-old Cocker Spaniel that doesn't act 12. Sounds familiar. That's my dog. That's literally my dog. That's crazy.
You got Trigger. You own Trigger.
I own Trigger. I counted the number of chapters that don't have cliffhanger endings, and it was 6. Which is more than a fifth of the chapters in total. Who are you? One of them asked menacingly. I'm staying with my aunt, he stammered. Great answer.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Kids begging to get bullied at this point.
Who are you? I live at my parents' house.
I'm just visiting.
I wrote chapter 28 cliffhanger white woman jump scare. Now I need to know where I wrote that.
White woman jump scare.
I'm wondering if that's the mom.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's jokes.
Yeah, let's have a look.
It's probably just Catherine.
As she said this, the screen door swung open and a shadowy figure stepped into the living room. Mom! Evan cried. There you go. It was just the mom.
White woman jump scare.
White woman jump scare. Yeah, I think that just about covers it. It was interesting.
Yeah. There's not a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's really fucking good. And then it just drops it at the end. This was close to being exactly what I want from a Goosebumps book, because it had the deeper stuff going on in the background, like in Dead House, but then it had the perfect pacing of Basement as well.
And it shut the bed at the end, like Basement.
Like all of them. I don't know. Except
Dead House has a strong ending.
Dead House doesn't drop it at the end. The end is the only part where it actually picks it up. That was Dead House's problem.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the inverse. I think I said that about Basement as well. The inverse of Dead House, where it was like really good most of the way, but not good at the end.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling that's going to be a continuous kind of.
Let's see how we go. Because next month we have Curse of the Mummy's Tomb and Let's Get Invisible. I know nothing about those two. I read Invisible as a kid, and I've read Mummy's Tomb maybe 2 years ago. I'll say straight up, Mummy's Tomb is one of those. The ending is the good part.
Okay.
That's one of those things.
Right.
Yeah, that was Monster Blood the book.
Yep. Let's take a break and let's do Say Cheese and Fire.
Not talking about the TV adaptation?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
I was wondering if he was going to remember I was testing him.
Well, it all started about a week ago, when my dad's company transferred him to Atlanta.
So the TV adaptation is weird.
So fucking weird.
I wouldn't even call it an adaptation of the book. It's kind of its own story.
It kind of took the general beats of it.
Yeah.
Just kind of just ran through them.
There were a lot of times where we were watching and we were kind of like, wait, is this even going to happen anymore?
Yeah.
Before you do anything, tie that beast up in the backyard.
She wasn't allergic to him in the book.
You may come in.
Oh my god, what if they've cut out the cat? What if they've
I
cut out
really
the
don't want them
witch?
to. No, you can't cut out the cat. The cat's the best part. You can't cut out the cat.
Like, what the twins even know? The twins weren't in it.
No, twins weren't in it. We almost felt like the cat wasn't going to be in it because the aunt was so sinister. and evil looking in the
Yeah.
adaptation.
She wasn't that deaf. She wasn't deaf. Was
No,
she?
she wasn't deaf either.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Andy and Evan meet up on the street. They kind of just
Yeah.
run into each other. Like, let's be friends.
Yeah.
You don't live here, do you? No, I'm just staying with my aunt for a while my parents look for a new house in Atlanta.
She's dressed like a fucking good guy doll. And her name's Andy.
Is that the twist?
Yeah. The twist is this is actually child's play. Yeah, yeah.
And then they go up to the secret room in the house that they're not allowed to go into, and they find this closet that's like moving and screaming or some shit. And they get in there and they find a jar of monster blood, and it kind of looks like, I don't know, talcum powder or some stupid shit. They open it up, and a cat jumps out of it like it was trapped
That's
in the jar. And then basically the rest of the book happens. The monster blood starts growing. They don't really separate it. It's just more escapades of them trying to find new containers for them to put the monster blood in. The dog still eats the monster blood.
Yeah, the dog still
That's
grows.
really important.
Yeah.
And when they check in the backyard, the dog has disappeared. They can't see Trigger anymore.
Wait, where are you going?
Trigger! He ate this stuff, remember?
We've got to be getting straight to our climax now.
Oh no. They're not gonna show the dog. Oh, I'm so scared. What are you gonna do? You know dog prints don't actually look like that, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And that was when I thought, are they going to show a giant dog? I wasn't sure, and we'll get to it. So, do you want to talk about it at all, or am I just going to...
I'd rather talk about the second episode.
Alright, fair enough. So, basically they get to the climax where the monster blood is seeping into the house. It's this giant, massive blob that's taken over the entire kitchen, is crawling out of the door, and the aunt's finally like, oh shit, what's going on? And then we get the cat turns into a witch.
Yeah.
She's not a fiery redhead. She's alright.
F.
And she does the whole, oh yeah, I cursed the monster blood, and your aunt trapped me in this jar because I was evil.
Aren't they sisters?
Maybe.
I think
wasn't
they were
paying
sisters.
attention.
I think they were sisters, and Sarah Beth was doing some kooky crazy witch shit, and then Catherine fucks it up. No, yeah, they're fighting, and then she steps backwards and she stands on the monster blood, and she gets trapped inside of it. Like the spell works on her instead.
Yeah.
And then Catherine just locks her away forever in a jar.
So we'll talk about the monster blood effects. It was better than I was expecting. That was my biggest worry.
You could see they used a couple different consistencies for it, for whatever the scene
There was
required,
like
which is good.
play, like just straight up green cordial at one point.
Yeah, when it's in the jar and they want it to look like, well, there's so much of it, it's just a drink.
Yeah.
They'll have like slime. I think when you first see it, it's just like paint on the bottom of the bottle.
It's really, it almost looks like nothing. But by the end, it's like this giant green screen blob, and you can tell it's not actually there. But
what about Trigger?
Trigger. Now, we see some of Trigger. The trick is what they do is they have him exclusively outside, and they film inside, so you only see him through the window.
Oh no. Oh no. No, don't. Oh, what are we gonna do? Yeah. He's not gonna.
That's so fucking bad.
You know. Oh no! He's just gonna eat her. Please do.
But it's just a green screen dog, and it's been blown up. Barks at the witch Sarah Beth, and she trips into the monster blood, and the day is over.
Hey, let's see how high it'll bounce. Okay.
Whoa!
Oh, okay. Went into space.
Oh, it ate the fly.
Monster blood goes to space. Oh, that's bad. There's no excuse for that.
But
Cut 2.
that is not the end.
Aeroplane.
Part 2!
Evan is on his way home on a plane, and there's the nerdy kid, there's the girl, and there's the bully. And Evan's telling them the story about, whoa, I fucked with this thing called Monster Blood, and it was really scary. And everybody goes, yeah, right, Evan, that's stupid. You're stupid, Evan. And the nerdy kid goes, wouldn't it be funny if you brought some of it here on your shoe or something? We see inside the cargo, and there's Trigger, and there's Evan's suitcase, and Monster Blood starts to come out of the suitcase. They wrote a full original sequel to Monster Blood, not based on any of the books as far as I fucking know.
No giant hamster, which is what Monster Blood 2 is, and we'll get around to that at some point.
It's just the Monster Blood.
Yeah.
We just do the blob again, but it's the blob on an airplane.
And if you ever watch JoJo, it's the Notorious B.I.G. fight. Literally. Because he senses movement and everything.
Roll the comparisons here.
Cool. What, that we're gonna be a midnight snack?
No, it went after the cassette player. It senses movement.
動きです。このスタンド、動いてるものに反応し、最優先に攻撃してくるのです。
It's the JoJo fight.
Yeah, we love JoJo.
It's alright.
Yeah. Do you remember what happens at all?
I'm thinking, how do they beat it? It hates greens. It hates green shit.
They feed it vegetables.
So they throw the broccoli and the beans and everything at it, and that defeats it, and then everybody that it killed just magically reappears.
And it's really important that this is the first black guy we've seen in a Goosebumps episode.
Oh my fucking god.
He's the first to die. But he's okay, he comes back. We make sure he did.
Is this our first brother in a Goosebumps show? He's gonna die.
Did you say brother?
Yeah. I'm cool.
My face would have been so fucking blank for a second there. I was just like, dude, how did you just refer to him? That guy's a brother.
He's gonna die. The first black guy in a Goosebumps series is gonna die.
That's not a black guy, it's a brother.
It's a brother.
I just can't believe they made an original.
It's crazy. I don't know why they did that.
Like, did they look at the first Monster Blood and go like, there's no way we can afford to do all of that. Let's just write a whole original episode. You know what? I said it when we were watching it. I think they somehow managed to get their hands on a plane set. And they said, we have this set and it's really good. You'll be lying around from some other TV show and we have access to it for 2 days. Let's just make something with it.
That's what they did with the original Star Trek show.
Exactly. So they just bullshit shat out this Monster Blood sequel, I guess.
And it's weird because apparently the bully character is in the sequel books.
Yeah. Do they adapt the other Monster Blood books in the show? Yeah, so they just kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
There's a part where the girl is like, don't worry, I know what it's like being the new kid on the block, and that sounds like she's not a Monster Blood, a Goosebumps character. That she's been through her own thing.
But I sort of made a point where he's running around screaming on the plane, there's Monster Blood on the plane, there's Monster Blood. No one knows what he's talking about. Yeah. No one knows what Monster Blood is.
They do the Twilight Zone thing where it's like, why should I believe you? You're Hitler.
You gotta do something. It's in the bathroom. What is in the bathroom? I already told you, the Monster Blood.
I feel like you'd get your point better across if you were just like, it's a magic slime that grows, and when you eat it, you grow too. So when you call it Monster Blood, no one knows what you're talking about.
I think explaining it makes you sound insane as well.
Nothing to be alarmed about. This is your flight attendant?
But at least trying to explain it makes you look better than going, it's Monster Blood, you're gonna believe me, it's Monster Blood.
It's Moose Deuce. You gotta stop the Moose Deuce.
You gotta believe me, there's Moose Deuce.
I don't have a lot else to say about the TV adaptation.
It's fucking weird.
It's weird.
They weren't like the basement one was really true to the book, and the Dead House one made changes that improved it in a lot of aspects. This one was just weird.
They
it wasn't
changed
bad.
a lot.
It was just why.
Because this is the first time we've had a book adapted into one episode instead of two.
Yeah, and then they made a fucking sequel anyway. Like,
I don't get it.
I don't fucking know what was happening. Sure, we got to see something new, great, but yeah, it was weird.
I do have another theory. If you do one episode and then another episode set entirely in one location, you have a lot less set pieces. You have a lot less to worry about in terms of effects. So they might have decided on that as well.
What?
Remember the ant that ate it?
Oh yeah, but wouldn't it return to normal size? Because the monster blood's... What do I know? What do I know? Alright, let's find out what this lady did.
Well, that was something. That was definitely something.
I didn't need it. I didn't want it, but I got it.
However weird Monster Blood was, it was fucking better than say cheese and die. That's right.
One again.
One last, yeah. Look, my brain is huge and so is my cock, so you're not allowed to make fun of me. So Monster Blood, this little special edition that we have here, this is the first time there's been something genuinely interesting in these that we've found so far. They've got a recipe for Monster Blood in the back of the book. So we had to make that. And
We will make that.
We will make that, and you will see the footage of it. Now, let's make some Monster Blood, baby! How the fuck do you make Monster Blood? We just gotta make the Jello first.
We make the jelly first. Jello is copyrighted.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Aeroplane Jello for me!
There was an episode of Better Call Saul that was going to be called Jello, then they had to change it. Because the joke of season 1 was they all got named something O, like 5-0, Jello,
Right.
Nacho.
Step 1, make the jelly and then let it set.
They don't even tell you how to make the jelly. They're like, check the box, dumbass.
Yeah, read the box here, fuckwit.
Can make a frog in a pond. Whatever that is.
No, we're not making fun. Here we go. Get me a bowl, please. A big bowl. Boil some water.
Boil?
Yep. Minimum 4 hours to set the jelly.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was going to take a while.
Should have done this first.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like, no, it's going to take longer.
You could have said it was going to take 4 fucking hours.
Well, it's been like 10 years since I made jelly, so I felt like you knew more.
You clearly it was going to be like... You clearly knew more than I did.
I should never trust Jared to know things.
No.
I guess you're not having dinner at your dad's.
Fuck no. Okay, yep, boil some water.
Okay. We got, yeah,
Is
just...
that full? No.
No, it wouldn't be full. Oh. Why?
How old's that water? I don't want to think about it. We're just gonna plug it in and
How much water do we need?
250 mils.
Okay.
That'll be fine. Where's the measuring cup?
It's here.
Give that a rinse.
Yep. We definitely did make this alongside whatever's coming next, guys. Because you're watching this before.
You'll have to censor yourself then.
Yeah. Once this is done, the lighting in this scene is going to be significantly different than how it is now.
What?
Well, 4 hours. That's going to be sunset by then, right?
Fuck we're gonna do for 4 hours. I don't wanna be your energy for 4 hours, jeez.
Should have brought your Colombo box set.
Yeah, fuck.
My mum's got a Colombo box set. I could just drive over and
Yeah,
grab
we'll
it.
go and pick it up and come back.
Yeah.
I have a coconut slab! You want some? You know you're a little slut for coconut slabs.
I'm not really into coconut.
Get a load of this guy.
I haven't had lunch yet. And I'm really hungry. But we need to make jelly first. So are we pouring in both? Because we got 2 of them.
Do you want to do a double mash?
Are we going to have all of it? Just doing one. At this point, the jelly's going to be our dinner.
Yeah. Monster blood.
That's how it looks like in the jar at the start of the TV episode.
We'll put a little bit of the boiling water in there. It's going to look like it already.
So this is going to take longer for us than the gasworks level.
Oh. Fun fact, everybody: the recipe for Monster Blood calls for white grape juice, which we could not find.
We checked Coles, we checked Woolworths, we checked this natural foods
Like an
place.
organic food,
Yeah.
local place. Nothing.
Yeah, none of it had it. So red grape juice it is. I didn't even know grape juice was a thing. Just eat grapes. They're like little things like this. Just go. You're done.
Just eat grapes.
Just eat grapes. Fucking drink wine. I don't even drink wine.
Is that done? Or is
Sounds
it about to
done.
be done?
I don't know.
All right, do you want to start pouring in?
How do I? Okay, that's the.
I can do it because I can see it from where I'm
Yeah.
at.
I'm a little nervous. 250. That's pretty good.
That's 2. That'll be 250.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Monster Blood. Alright, do you want to fill that with 200 of cold water?
Oh, is that what we need to do as well?
Yep.
Okay.
God, it fucking smells like it. Like Monster Blood. Like the fucking lime and jelly cordial mixtures. Fucking straight away.
You're blocking the light from properly seeing my face. There we go. Much better. How are we doing?
Good, I'm just making sure I've got all of it. Looks like I have. So yeah, as soon as the water goes in, it's not gonna melt the rest of it. Alright, go for it. This is it.
Do you really want to taste it? Let's put that baby in the fridge.
Make a move extreme. Shortcut to dreams.
You're spilling it.
Spill you in a minute.
These
Let's put
little
this bad
drops
boy
there,
in.
motherfucker.
A little bit of Monster Blood. It's gonna grow. It's gonna double in size. We're gonna drown. Fucking Monster Blood. See you in 4 hours, bitch. Jelly do be set.
We did it. 4 hours later.
And the rain's back. Every aspect of this video has fucking rain.
Oh, obviously. What are we doing? How much?
2 cups white grape juice.
Okay.
2 cup red grape juice. That's gonna be a lot. The color's not gonna be green anymore. I don't think.
We need to cut that up into pieces. You want to do that?
Just get a fork.
Here you go. I watched that already.
Perfect. Thank you. Get out of here, Mysterious.
Did a lot of prep while you were watching TV.
I enjoyed my TV time.
Yeah.
What a weird fucking little recipe. I suppose like
Yeah.
it's perfect for kids. That it's so simple.
Yeah. To get the consistency.
Yeah.
Are we gonna eat all of this?
Yeah. This is nothing. This is easy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't we put the grape juice in? Let's see. Because I had some of this earlier. I wasn't a huge fan of the grape juice.
Go for it. Yeah, that's not green at all. There's no way we're getting that back to green.
It's salvageable. How much food coloring they want in there?
A couple drops. Because it's just meant to, because it was meant to be a bit washed out with the white grape juice,
yeah.
but now it's...
It's actual blood now. How's the consistency?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one.
Okay.
Monster blood.
I might get a little spoon.
No, don't bother, just
Okay.
go. Whoop. Yeah, that's a bit much. Oh, honestly, never mind.
There we go. It's green again. The day is saved. How about that?
I think that was a bit much, but that probably worked in our favor.
Well, I suggested the spoon. You're like, nah, just pour it in.
Yeah. Just fucking put a little shit.
I need to stop listening to you.
Yeah.
She's like, no, first. It'll be quick.
There we go. Look at that.
Incredible.
Grab 2 cups.
Yeah.
This is really dumb. We're gonna do this. Ready? Oh, look at that mousse juice. Yeah, this is good. This is a good use of our time.
You could be having dinner with your family right now, Jared. Who's this?
How much mousse juice do you want?
Cup? Give me a little bit, and I'll see if I actually like it.
How much is a little bit?
That's enough. All right.
One more.
All right.
Hang on, you can't have any yet.
No, I know.
I picked the worst way to fucking do this. Oh, we're committing.
You picked the only way to do this.
Not my fault your father has fucking shit utensils.
I think their whole thing is like stir fries. That's what they normally cook.
Imagine having one thing.
Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of things you can cook as a stir fry.
I don't need you to defend stir fry.
Okay. What do you want me to
I'm
do?
actually not that big a fan of stir fry.
Okay.
So,
What about Stir Friday?
so fucking funny.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Mousse juice.
Mousse.
Pure mousse juice. Anytime I want it, day or night.
Fuck yeah, baby. Mousse juice on a Monday. Fuck.
I would make this for kids.
Gets a lot thicker at the bottom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh. You know what? The color really isn't that far off
No, that's
of the
pretty
cover at all.
Maybe we should have put in too much food coloring.
Yeah. I reckon we did it right.
It's a good day. It's a very productive day we've had.
If only we had straws.
You're not getting straws in here. You can't find a ladle, you're not finding a straw.
Pass it here. Take a spoon out, please.
It's been a while since I've had jelly.
Mm.
That's kind of just what kids have. No one's ever in the mood for jelly. There we
You
go.
get like vodka jelly shots and shit.
Oh yeah, well I don't drink, so that checks out.
Oh, monster blood.
Oh my god. I'm trying to lose weight.
Thank you, R.L. Stein.
Thank you. I wonder if he wrote that section, or if he got like someone
One
else
of
to
his
do it.
many, many ghostwriters.
That's slander right there. You're not allowed to say that. Hey, another cheers for a full cup.
Christ.
We commit too much to something that's not going to get any more than 100 views.
Oh, any more than 10.
I don't know, our last one got 73. Yeah, the first one, month 1 got 73 views.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I was like, did you hear the arcade machine video got 73 views? That sounds awfully familiar. Oh, you just mixed up the view count. Arcade
So
machine got
did
like
it?
15. Yeah, we got 73 views.
That's the first time that's ever happened, to my knowledge.
The most popular videos we got on the channel are because of the Were Rabbit playthroughs of all things.
12 views for the arcade machine. Yeah, 74 views.
Good for us. How many
6
likes?
comments?
3 likes.
3 likes.
Yeah, 6 comments.
Oh, it's all G and Loza.
Yeah.
God damn. We didn't share that around or anything, did we?
You shared it.
I posted it just to Facebook friends.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone about it.
Must be showing up in Goosebumps algorithms.
Yeah. There's a market for it. Especially with the Disney Plus series coming out. Did we talk about that in the last video?
I think we mentioned it.
No, was it the day after I uploaded it, they announced the Disney
I think
Plus
we
series?
mentioned it at least once during the current video as well.
I don't remember doing that.
Maybe not then.
Yeah.
Maybe we did in the failed recording day?
Could have. But yeah, so there was a Disney Plus series announced a day after I uploaded the first Goosebumps video. So we're keen for that. We'll probably review that at some point.
Yeah.
Why not?
Review the movies leading up to it and then...
Is it set in the same universe?
It's coming from the same team, but I don't know if it's
That
in the
could
same
mean-
universe.
that could mean
Yeah.
anything.
At this point, I don't know anything about it.
Because like the same team did the Ghostbusters remake and Afterlife, so it's like it's all in
Yeah.
there.
I would be really happy if it is about the kids of the kids from the books. Like, they're grown up, and Goosebumps shit starts happening to them again, and it's their kids have to deal with it. I would like that. That's the kind of... It works because it's an easy thing to do for a kid's show. And that's Goosebumps. It's easy kids horror.
So are we going to keep recording until we finish this?
Glug glug.
Glug glug. I'm not going to have any room for dinner. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. We can manage this.
Yeah, I'll finish this one off.
Easy. Thank you, Jared.
Have I ever told you how much I fucking hate myself?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think you can learn a lot about a person by asking them how they feel about themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like the most personal thing you can ask.
Yeah, really. I love myself. I'm not a narcissist, because narcissists believe they're better than everyone. I don't think I'm better than everyone. I think I'm as good as everyone else, and I think we're all pretty chill guys.
Oh, you think you're as good as Hitler?
He's taking my words out of context. Get him cancelled right now. Bastard.
Mom, I'm not fat. I just doubled in size because of the monster blood.
That's exactly what happened. I'm cultivating mass, Mom.
Oh, God.
Did the jelly hit?
The jelly hit.
Me when that jelly hit. Oh, Mistus, what are you doing to me? Yeah, you gotta take it slow.
R.L. Stein.
Your
you're
tongue's green.
R.L. Stein, you're a coward. I don't see you drinking Moose Deuce.
1,000 years later, people will find this video and have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
R.L. Stein, I'll give you an idea right now. I don't know if you've seen the short film Rings, but do that with Moose Deuce, with Monster Blood. Where it's like a thing that young people are doing. They're all talking about Monster Blood and they're going, you know, if you eat some of the Monster Blood, you'll grow. And everybody's like egging each other in. Not even like bodybuilding, they're just like, you'll grow. If you just have a little bit of it, you'll only grow a little bit at first.
You know, it'd be funny if we read one of the Monster Blood sequels and it was literally just that.
R.L. Stein, you look out, buddy.
Yeah, watch Monster Blood 4 be that. With the blue slugs. Whatever the fuck those things
Well,
are.
I think the third one, the cover of the third one is Evan, really big.
I've read that one. It is an accident. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't see Evan being the one to eat Master
Yeah.
Blood and be like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. I really would like a legacy sequel kind of Goosebumps thing. The more I think about it, the more I'm just on board with it.
Have you watched the Goosebumps movies?
I've seen the second one.
Why?
Trent took me to watch it in cinemas. He was like, I really want to watch it. And I was like, I didn't watch the first one, but okay, I guess
I don't think it's that important.
I'm getting paid to do this, so whatever, man. Yeah, it was fine.
Did you have to buy a ticket for the
No,
movie?
no, you get a free ticket when you go with as a support worker. I forget what it's called, but you get one.
That's cool.
We don't do it a lot anymore. That was only like when we first started working together.
Yeah.
When we were
It's
still
just
trying
something to do.
Yeah, well, we were just trying to figure out what we were going to be doing. So it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we can go and watch movies, I guess. But yeah, now it's like, oh no, we have work that we do. We have plans. Whereas when we were first starting, it was like, fuck, I don't know, go watch Goosebumps, I guess. I got paid to watch The Predator.
Oh god. Weaponizing autism,
Remember when
right?
I really wanted like autism? You know, some people think that autism is the next phase in human evolution.
Remember when the producer's sex offender friend got a cameo in the movie and they had to cut it out? Was it the producer or the director? Because Shane Black directed it, and I feel like Shane Black knows better than to have a sex offender in his movie.
No, it was Shane Black.
Oh, fuck. What did you do, Shane Black?
It was Shane Black.
I really like nice guys. Yeah.
He was in the original as well, wasn't he?
The original?
The original Predator.
The sex offender?
No, Shane Black.
I don't know. I feel like he's too young for that.
I feel like it was him.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, the nerd guy with glasses.
I don't know what he looks like. I don't see him in the credit. Oh, wait, I do.
Shane
Shit.
Black?
He's Rick Hawkins, radio operator.
Yeah, he'll be the nerd.
That's cool. Is this the end of the video?
I think it is. Well, mind you,
Well, it's the end of the
yeah,
section.
this is
of
only
this
like
video.
halfway through the overall video.
You guys enjoy that Sage, Cheese, and Dye review?
Oh boy. Wait, don't tell him that.
That was a spoiler, sorry. I'll bleep it out, it's all good. So I think, kind of goes without saying, Sage, Cheese, and Dye is probably the worst one we've read so far. The worst thing you can say about this book is that it's boring. It's very low stakes. I can't say that nothing happens in it, because stuff does happen in it. It's just not particularly interesting.
Just don't care.
Yeah. It's a haunted camera, and the camera doesn't do anything particularly fatal until the end, really. And so you're kind of just like, well, I'm not scared.
There's no stakes. It's the
No.
most like
Chill.
You take a picture and something vaguely bad's gonna happen. Just don't fucking take a picture. Just fucking put the camera down.
It tells the future, but it's
Oh.
bad.
Dude.
So, 4 friends, Greg, Michael, Bird, and Shari. I remember those off the top of my head.
I remember Cherie, that's it.
Yeah. They're just bored. They're like, what can we do today? Let's go over to that old rickety house down in the back of the
You don't wanna
neighborhood.
go to that house.
No, don't go down that house. They have a theory that this weird lanky dude named Spidey lives there because he's always hanging around there.
Spidey.
He's a creepy guy. So they go over to the house and they decide to check it out. And they find this old camera locked away in like a secret cabinet or something.
There was some secret way to get into it. It's like a
Yeah.
hidden compartment. Fucking stupid.
Greg takes a photo of Michael on the stairs. Michael falls down the stairs. Greg looks at the photo and it's Michael falling off the stairs. He's like, hang on, I thought I took the photo before he fell. And then everyone starts gaslighting him into believing that he actually took the photo while he was falling. And he totally did,
This is
sure.
gaslighting the fucking Goosebumps book. Like,
Anyway, Spidey finds him and is like, oh shit, we gotta run. So they run out of there. And Greg doesn't think any more of it. He goes over, he's like, oh, my family got a new car. And his brother's like, hey, why don't you take a photo of me in front of the car? And this is the first thing you're going to learn about this universe. Taking photos is the coolest thing ever. Everybody wants to have their photo taken and say Cheese and Die. Shari really fucking wants that camera at her birthday party, otherwise the party's ruined. Anyway, takes the photo. The car is wrecked in the photo. So he's like, oh shit. And then they're having dinner, and Dad's like, "Hey, we should go for a drive in the new car." And Greg's like, "I don't want to do that. I'm having Michael. I'm going over to Michael's house." "No, fuck you, Greg. You're gonna drive in the new car."
The dad really, really badly wants Greg to get in that fucking car. He's like, "Greg, you were so excited to get this new fucking car. Now you don't want to go in it? Shut the fuck, put your fucking dinner down. We're getting in the fucking car."
And he's like, he's reckless. He's driving over the speed limit. I'm thinking, this guy's gonna kill his family.
He's getting egged on by Greg's older brother into driving faster.
Yeah, and the mom's like, "No, stop, honey. It's..." And then the truck nearly hits him, but it's fine. They go home and the car wasn't destroyed. So Greg's like, "Oh, I guess there was just a fault of the picture. It's just a weird glitch." So he thinks nothing of it, takes a photo of his brother, and he looks real sad. That's his photo. And so the next day they go over to Bird's baseball game, and he takes a photo of Bird, and he's on the ground, his neck's twisted, he looks dead. Then he plays baseball, and then it happens. Oh wait, it's just a prank. He was pulling a prank. Then it actually happens!
I was gonna say,
Dun, dun,
end
dun.
chapter, next chapter, it actually happens.
And so it's like, oh shit, the photo came true. And then the older brother comes over, he's like, "Greg, something's happened to Dad in the new car."
And he looks sad.
He looks sad. So Greg finds out there's something wrong with the camera, and he doesn't know what. And the show's like, "Hey, my birthday's coming up. Can you bring the camera over?" He's like, "I don't know." "Bring the camera over! Bring it! Bring the damn camera!" So he has.
It's
he
not
has
an
no
exaggeration. It sounds like she's playing it up, but she's fucking not.
She needs the camera at her party.
She like calls
needs it.
Greg and she's like, "Hey Greg, I really want to talk to you. Are you gonna bring the camera to my fucking party?" No, sorry. I think the camera's broken." "Bring the fucking camera!"
The mayor is on my ass about this camera. You got 24 hours, Greg.
You have 24 hours.
And to prove that I'm serious, you got 12 hours. Anyway, so they get to the party. Greg takes a photo of Shari, but she's not in the photo. And she's like,
She's
"What
like,
the fuck?
"Stupid camera broken."
Greg, you forgot you were supposed to aim it at me, you dumb cunt." And then he takes a photo and she's still not in it. And then halfway into the party, she disappears. He's like, "Oh shit." He gets interrogated by the police. He's like, "No, I can't tell them about the camera. They won't believe me. I can't tell my parents either."
It's probably the only good part of the book. It turns into a full-blown missing child case. It's not just, "She's gone, we should look for her." It is, no, the parents are really sad. They don't know where their kid is. Nobody knows what happened. The police are involved. It's a full-on case. There's a missing child. It's the only vaguely interesting part of the fucking book.
It doesn't last very long.
Does not last very fucking long at all.
He gets home, he tears up the photo, then he doesn't take a photo of himself. The bullies run into him and they take a photo of him by accident? Or was he fighting with his brother over the camera? But in the end, he gets a photo of himself and Shari's behind him.
Yes.
And then he gets a call and it's Shari!
This was 2 days later though.
Yeah.
This was 2 days.
Yeah.
The book just glosses over, but it was 2 days that she was missing
not a
for.
long time. So Shari calls him. It's like, "Mom, shut the fuck up. Stop crying. I'm back. I'm safe. Hey, Greg, that camera's pretty bad. Let's go back to that old rickety house and we'll put the camera back. It's all good." And that's just what they do.
We've missed the part where Spidey goes through Greg's room looking for the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he goes home once and his room's all torn apart.
Yeah.
Because Spidey was in there looking for the camera.
And Greg's hidden it in a secret compartment in his bedstand.
Yeah, he's got like some. Yeah, he's got a little part where he can hide it when nobody finds it.
Yeah.
Also, the camera's indestructible.
Yeah,
That
they
was
can't
a
destroy
detail.
it.
They couldn't do
Yeah,
anything
they
to the
can't.
camera.
So their plan is just to return it. So they go back over to the house, they put it back, and Spidey's there, and he explains the story of the haunted camera. He was working with a business partner, and they invented a camera. It's just a camera. There's nothing special about it, but he steals the camera. So the inventor puts a curse on it, so that it tells the future, but it's bad. The future's bad. And now that the kids know too much because he told them everything, he's going to kill them. And during the struggle, they accidentally take a photo of him and he dies. And it's the only time the camera does anything that actually impacts the story or the people in any meaningful way.
Besides the Shuri photo.
But she
Which
comes
is
back.
Only because
Yeah.
he ripped up the photo, though.
Yeah.
So
It's not
imagine if
even-
you get the picture of dead Spidey and you rip it. Does he just
Yeah.
come back to life?
I think I actually wrote that in my notes, like, would that happen? But,
Because
like, the car gets destroyed as well, and...
What if you rip up the destroyed car photo?
Yeah!
It's such a fucking dumb book.
What happens if you tear apart the first photo? Does Michael just not fall down the stairs anymore?
Yeah, he just unfolds down the
The brother's not sad anymore. The brother's not sad. That was... Yeah, this wasn't very good.
There's the cliffhanger ending of the book. There's the annoying bully kids on the street.
Oh, yeah.
And they go back into the house after they leave the camera there after Spidey
They
dies.
follow them there.
They're like, those stupid kids think they could hide the cool camera from us? Now it's ours. Now we're going to take our pictures with the camera. And
Everybody loves taking pictures. It is the coolest thing. It's what all the kids are doing, man.
So I just really don't like this fucking book.
Yeah.
I just really don't like it. Not a single likable character. The main hook is so fucking dumb and uninteresting. And nothing ever happens with it. There's no real iteration on the abilities of the camera. It's never really, it's just too vague to work. I don't even have a fifth, it just
It
sucks.
got a sequel.
How?
Say cheese and die.
Again. And there's a Horrorland one as well.
Yes.
You know what? Give the man 20 years and he probably could write a decent fucking
I
sequel
can't
to
actually
it.
remember that one, and I read it like 2 years ago.
No, my mother told me if you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all.
I don't have anything to say because I didn't find anything particularly egregious or good about it.
It's just so fucking...
It's boring. It's boring.
There isn't a reason to care about anything that's happening. It's not like how in Dead House nothing happened, but there was that little mystery to kind of pull you along the whole way. You got the feeling that something was going to happen. So there's always stuff happening in Say Cheese and Die, but none of it is good. But none of it is bad.
No.
It's the most like 5 out of 10 kind of. Even that feels too nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
the
just
safest book so far. Arlstein's not really experimenting with anything as much as he does with the previous.
that was just he needed to write a book that month.
Yeah. Haunted Camera.
Yeah. There's a part where they literally call out like the whole indigenous angle of it, where it's like there are some indigenous cultures around the world that believe that having your picture taken steals part of your soul, and the Spidey's like, this camera literally steals your soul. It's like that's where the idea came from. I don't know how sensitive that is.
It's a bit appropriation.
Yeah,
It's a little bit.
I don't know.
No one's gonna throw any bombs over it, but like.
No, yeah. The fact that he calls it out as well.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
pay attention to it.
He didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sit well with me. I probably would have let it slide if it was fucking good. But it's not. One of my notes is, it would seem I have nothing to say for the entire middle chunk of this book. Which, yeah. Oh, okay, here's a good one. I said, the birthday party chapter fills me with anger, and I won't be happy until it ends with Cherie getting punched in the face. And then she disappears from existence for 2 days. So I'll take that. You know, I'll take that. That's good with me. I really fucking hated Cherie.
I read my notes and I've already said everything I wanted to
Yeah,
say.
done. Yeah, no, that's totally it. My last note, which wraps up my entire feelings on it, is this one doesn't go beyond its core this one doesn't go beyond its core concept, and there aren't even any likable characters to make it worthwhile, which I think just about perfectly sums up what a waste of time that book was.
Alright. TV adaptation. Starring Ryan Gosling. Not even a joke.
That's the only good part of it, the only interesting part of it.
Spidey kind of looks like Nicolas Cage,
Yeah,
apparently.
Spidey looks like Nick Cage. The fucking camera?
What the fuck did they do to that?
So in the book, it's literally just a camera. The two scientists, Spidey and his fucking mate, they're like, we work night and day, and we invented a camera. And then it was cursed. In the TV show, Yeah, they need to have fucking invented it. Because it looks like a fucking demon. It looks like...
It's a glorified toaster with a lens on the front.
Dude, it looks evil. You know, they just went over the top with it. They were like, let's... It kind of looks like, if you imagine like an evil camera, the way that like Futurama would do with like the robot devil and everything, like the Where Car episode.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. That's what it looks like. But they want you to take it seriously as far as the Campy Kids horror show goes. They want you to take it seriously. They want to scare kids with it.
You know that whole thing with H.P. Lovecraft where it's like a horror so horrifying I can't describe it? I can't describe the camera. I couldn't tell you what it looks like. Just look up a picture of it.
It's so bulky. It's like they hold it down here, but then the camera goes, it's like a hat.
Yeah.
But they hold it here. And then nothing else happens. There's a really weird jump scare at the end where Spidey comes back to life.
Yeah.
Or Spidey sold as part of the camera or something. But
There really isn't a lot to say about this adaptation. I can't think of anything of importance, really.
Ryan Gosling was in it.
Yeah.
And he was trying a lot harder than anybody else was. And that has the effect of making him look really stupid.
He's still doing child acting. It's
Yeah.
like that,
Oh, shit, I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, how's this?
No, you gotta listen, Cherry. There's something really freaky about this thing.
Will you just take the picture?
Okay.
But he definitely puts in
Yeah.
more. You can definitely tell he's an actor, whereas everybody else is like, this is my pocket money for the next month.
You know what we need to talk about? The scene with the cops.
Greg Banks?
Yeah.
Do you know
Okay.
Sherry Walker?
Let's settle down there.
Cherry? Yeah, she's one of my best
When
friends.
was the last time you saw her?
Please, no.
Do you know where she is now?
Do it again, do it again.
She's missing.
Yes! Oh, that's terrible.
Bro, I'm so close.
To what?
Oh my fucking god!
What the hell was that? It's like every second shot of the male cop is just a super close-up of his sunglasses. And there's a musical cue as well.
Yeah, there's
that
this
comes
little
with it.
sting. So the cop walks in, he's like, hello, Mr. Evan. Did you know that your good friend Cherie went missing today? Dun! No, I didn't know about that. Oh, really? Well, she's missing. Dun!
It sort of implies that they think he was behind
They think
it.
Greg did it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so weird.
And Greg's like, I don't know if I should tell you about the evil camera or not. And they're like, you're acting mighty suspicious, Greg. Dun!
I mean, just the fact it was one episode with Goosebumps, we had 2 episodes to talk about it, but there was still
Monster
more
Blood.
to talk about.
Goosebumps.
Monster Blood, sorry.
Now it's your turn to get slipping up with the tongue. You get tongue-tied.
I get tongue-tied all the time.
Your turn.
My turn.
Your turn. Do it again, go.
Goosebumps?
What were you calling Moose-Deuce?
Moose-Deuce.
Moose-Deuce.
I call, because the point was that I think the equivalent of just saying Monster Blood, no one knows what you're talking about. You could just shout out Moose Deuce and people would know the same amount. Just like, what the fuck is Moose Deuce? It's moose shit, but like, what does it do?
We've gone back to talking about Monster Blood.
Well, that was your fault.
There's nothing to say about Say Cheese and Die.
Yeah.
There is nothing interesting you could say about it.
Yeah.
The best thing that it had going for it was the cover art. That's it.
And it's not even, it's a dream.
Yeah, well,
cover
that
art
was a
photo.
dream sequence
Yeah.
where the cover photo came
And that was
from.
the worst effect in the TV episode.
Yeah, yeah.
They just drew on skeletons on the photo.
Oh god, no. Not allowing
It'd
that.
be cool if they just used the cover art.
Why not? Do not linger on that photo. Show it once and then move on.
Oof.
And that's all there is to say about Say Cheese and Die.
Okay, so we agree Say Cheese and Die goes on the bottom.
On the bottom,
Where we put Monster Blood.
Monster Blood goes on top.
Really? Come on.
Only because it fucked its ending so bad.
Alright, we agreed again. We
Yeah.
survived another month.
Alright, your new champion.
Your old champion.
Your old champion. Standing proud above the rest, we have Stay Out of the Basement. It doesn't feel like a number one, but
We'll
it's
find a number
currently it's number one.
I'm keen for Haunted Mask.
Oh fuck yeah!
I'm keen.
I reckon it's gonna be Haunted Mask or it's gonna be Not a Living Dummy. Really? Okay, because my childhood, I've had a lot of love for
Have you
Slappy.
ever read it?
Yeah, once.
Okay. We'll see.
I was a kid.
We'll see.
I watched it more than I read it, you know?
They didn't adapt the first
Or
one.
number two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Jason Voorhees
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
It's all good. Alright, see you next time. This has been Viewer Beware, month 2. Next time we'll be talking about Curse of the Mummy's Tomb and Let's Get Invisible.
Hell freaking yeah, I'm excited. It's also my birthday next month, so you have to watch, like, comment, and subscribe.